Welcome back to Fighters Drinking Coffee, guys. We're here with BJ and Alex from Capital MMA and also the hosts of the Movember Super Fights. Guys, welcome on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Yeah, so just start off, let's tell the listeners a little bit about yourselves and then we'll go from there.
Awesome. We'll go ahead.
Yeah.
Your name's Alex.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, just start here.
I forgot. I'm so nervous. I'm Alex. I am a hobbyist purple belt. So please don't try and challenge me to anything. But I don't really have any roles at Capital. I just mainly co-host the Movember Super Fights with BJ.
Yeah, you're a good UK though.
Yeah. I'm actually famed for my training partnership.
Yeah, he likes getting thrown around, and he's good. He's easy to throw.
I'm very lightweight. I go limp when I'm supposed to go limp.
He does.
I make everyone look better, so that's really my role at the gym.
And you excel at that.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important.
What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, my name is BJ Ketchum. I'm the head strength and conditioning coach at Capital MMA in Lorton. My role there is I coach competition class. I compete. I wouldn't call myself like this big competitor though. Done a local tournaments. I competed at Masters Worlds a few times. So that's kind of like my gimmick. Love jiu-jitsu, love training. I've been in it for jiu-jitsu. I started like 2002, took 13 years off, and I competed in track and field in college. And then I went back into that world and did the Highland Games for 13 years.
That's strongman stuff.
Yeah. So like it's where basically like if you're a track and field, like a thrower, that's where they kind of end up going and kind of ending their lives as competitive athletes or powerlifters, weightlifters, and strongmen. So basically throwing trees and rocks.
That's right.
Yeah. It's super fun. I've competed in, 40 different states and countries.
Damn.
Had great experiences and love it. Yeah.
They had a couple of years ago, I went to this, dude, it was like the Scottish.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's
Scottish, like cultural fest thing
Yeah.
where they advertised, they had all like Highland Games. And I was like, I'm going to that.
Yeah.
It's
It was
30 minutes from here.
Yep. Out in the plains.
I think so.
Yeah. So like that's the big local one around here. There's probably within like a 4-hour drive, there's about 14 of them.
No shit.
So yeah, it's a blast, man. So you spend all day competing out there, getting heckled by drunk people, which is always fun. And, just fellowship, throwing trees and rocks.
Got some Scottish blood in you?
I do. Clark and Ramsey. That's my
Clans or
lineage.
whatever?
Yep. And I've competed in Scotland before too.
Sweet.
So that was a lot of fun. The caber in that competition was 200 pounds. That's tree telephone pole. So you have to flip that over and it lands for flies through the air for accuracy.
That's what they graded on or whatever?
Yeah. So like if you envision staying on a clock and when you throw it, think like you're throwing it over your head, like a medicine ball throw, like an overhead throw, but it actually projects it forward because you're running with it.
I see.
And then as it's traveling out of your hands, you want it to rotate, do a full flip. And if you think like you're standing on a clock, you want it to land basically or travel at noon. And that's a perfect throw. And then the score decreases as you go to the right or the left of the clock. It's a lot of fun.
That stuff is awesome.
Oh, dude, it's
cool.
Yeah. There's nothing like picking up a tree and then trying to throw it.
I'll get through the
Yeah. It's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was a much better introduction than mine.
Yeah. I mean, but
you want to try again?
Yeah.
That's fine. If he wants to show me up, that's fine.
Do you want me to introduce you?
Sure, go for
Yeah,
it. Go for it.
Brag about him.
This is Alex, greatest UK in the world. He is from Kansas City. He knows his barbecue.
Like that.
And he's always incognito.
Well, I trained under Sensei Steven Seagal for a bit.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
did you want to put that out there?
It's out there now.
Yeah, I mean, he's big in between like Danaher and Seagal. That's kind of like his two paths.
Do you have like a death touch?
Legally, no. Legally, I do not have a death touch. But,
if he told you, he'd have to kill you.
Have you seen Roadhouse before?
Oh, dude, I've seen every version of Roadhouse multiple times.
I mean, the first one though, right? Yeah, I mean, the second one was cute.
I liked it. Connor stole the show. Jake Gyllenhaal, I thought was a weird person to put in there, but like maybe that's what they were going for, like the nice guy. He plays a good nice guy.
He does. Yeah.
Wasn't Ronda Rousey supposed to be in it?
They also probably decided he would get ripped. They're like,
he was
who can look like maybe they fought?
Right. And he's the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was Jack Cell. Connor was awesome. I thought Connor was.
He did a great job being
a maniac, being himself.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest.
Just gave him some cocaine and told him to go crazy.
Dude, yeah. Let the
What
guy
would you
go.
do in this situation, Connor?
Well, this is what I would do.
I'd find an old man, I'd punch him in the face.
Yeah. And then I'd get into a fight on a bus. That's what I would do. It's kind of my thing.
So when did you start training, Alex?
That's a hard question.
He's hurt a lot.
Well, that's
Because he's such a good uke.
there's that, but I kind of started and stopped jiu-jitsu a number of times. I would get frustrated with getting beat up a lot and stop. Then I'd come back. 2019, I was like, I'm going to dedicate myself to this. I'm not going to quit. And then COVID happened. So I guess 2019 with some gaps for COVID because the gym shut down and stuff.
How long was the gym shut down?
Well, we started getting outside on the mat. So we started dragging the mats out into the parking lot.
I like that.
Yeah, there's great. And it was so hot. There was no coverage. And it was like, the summertime. It was black mats. Oh, it was brutal. Throwing dummies around.
Yeah, I was at the Alexandria location and the gym was closed for a few months and then they opened it back up. But the classes, everyone had their own dummy. And there were like these weird dividing walls on the mat. And so you just worked on a dummy for a bit.
That's wild.
Everyone was trying to make it work.
It was weird, man.
Capacity. I like that you guys took mats outside.
Yeah, it was great.
But we're not going to stop training.
Yeah.
We're going to find a way.
Yeah, we didn't train it was a couple months and then it was like, hey, we got to figure something out.
Yeah.
Because everybody was just struggling.
Show must go on.
Yeah, and the thing was, like, that's the majority of us, that's our escape, right? Like, you're fortunate enough, this is your thing now, right? And you can do that where there's other people they're trying to escape, their lives in some capacity, right? Like, it's way over talked about and overplayed how jiu-jitsu saves lives, but like it does for a lot of people. And you take that thing away in a matter of like a pandemic or a crisis, whether it's a pandemic or like this small crisis, a personal crisis, but you can't lose that. Like you need to have your outlet.
It's like an identity thing for most of us.
Yeah.
It's part of who we are. So for them to try to rip that away from us ain't happening.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to figure out a way to make it work.
Right.
Like everything.
That's right.
For sure.
We put up a curtain.
Yeah.
We put up a curtain at District Martial Arts and just did some stuff fully compliantly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Behind the curtain.
And then you had some people.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
100%. It was behind the curtain. It was
Don't
legal.
look behind the curtain.
Don't look behind the curtain.
I think I imagine the statute of limitations on that is probably passed.
I don't know, but like
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't
whatever.
know if they outlined that.
I'll just get some lawyers involved if we have to. Like, look, dude, come at me. Like, we're gonna, I know my rights.
Yeah.
If I can't do, so I'll do jiu-jitsu in jail then.
Yeah.
Well, Virginia didn't really have many
I don't think they
rules, right?
Virginia wasn't as bad.
It wasn't
Yeah,
as bad.
It wasn't as bad. There were guidelines.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know. Again, I'm no lawyer, but it's not like these things were laws. They were just like issuing like, what do you call them? Like mandates or like whatever to like adhere to some guidelines, which, okay, let's do it. We're all part of the team here.
Yeah.
It's unknown. We have this unprecedented thing going on here, but like you said, like,
yeah.
Dude,
And there were some laws and guidelines definitely put in place. I was a principal. It was my first year as a principal.
Oh man.
In a middle school.
Oh, okay.
During COVID.
Oh shit.
So I go into that job and I'm like, this is great, right? Like I'm going to change lives. And then, November comes around, you start hearing things percolate. And then the school I was at, on our board, we had a couple people who had like direct lines with like Fauci and them. So like we were able to start getting information before like everybody else was starting to, right? So like January comes around, it's like, hey, something's coming up, and everybody's still kind of trying to not really hearing everything, right? And then by the time March happened, we already had a plan in place. We were able to continue.
You were ahead of the game, probably.
Yeah, we were way ahead of everybody else. So like school shut down like on that Saturday, like that Friday, it was the 13th, I think, of March. And then we were able to at least be online teaching and learning on Tuesday. So like while the rest of the, counties were like panicking and didn't know what to do, like we were able to at least keep the ball rolling immediately. And then we got back into the school that fall, like with split schedules. But it was wild because, everything changed, right? Everything changed, but there's good stuff that comes out of that.
Dude, first year principal, and then it was like, bang, here we go, hard mode.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, man, we're going to change lives, right? And at that time too, you had COVID, but then you also had like the reemergence of basically the civil rights movement, right? All that stuff happening at the same time. And I was like, man, this is
Hard one.
Yeah, this is the hardest thing I've ever had to do. And I remember telling my boss, I was like, man, I'm going to be here. I'm going to get us through this for these next few years, but I can't do this forever. Like it was just too much, you know?
I see.
Yeah.
Are you still principal?
No, I decided to go back and teach.
Okay.
I was like, I teach third grade.
Okay.
So I was like, I'd rather be with people who are still
I'm sure
smaller
they
than me.
appreciated some strong leadership though during that time where it's like it's tough, man. It's unprecedented.
Yeah.
You got to do it the best you can.
You do, and you have to, and it comes back to everything, like teaching jiu-jitsu, right? Like it comes back to communication. It comes back to like building relationships with people, trying to get people to trust you and your judgment on how you make decisions, how you instruct the class. Like it's all the same stuff, man. Life is really about the same things, right? Like communication, like listening to other people, hearing differences of opinions, trying to find the middle ground on it.
So I know you said you're running strength and conditioning for in the competition team for Capital. Are you teaching classes right now?
I teach the Saturday competition class. So that's Saturday noon. It's all no-gi, because we have about like, I don't know, 40% of our classes are no-gi, 30%. The rest are gi, typically.
During the week?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a little more aggressive class, like a little more intense, I would say. It's very holistic in terms of conceptual understanding of jiu-jitsu. I don't get into a lot of the weeds of like, this is what you do in step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We do a lot of, whether you're an ecological person or a Danaher person, or you're just a person who teaches jiu-jitsu, like it's conceptual based, right? And I think that's another thing too, man. Like people get too much into like, we're this, we're that, man. Like good instruction is just good instruction.
Yeah.
Whatever allows
you ideas.
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, I would imagine, we're similar at district martial arts. We're like during the week, you're probably gonna have a lot of classes that are to what you just mentioned, to where it's maybe it's like newer folks and they're not competing.
Yep.
They're gonna need some step-by-step guidance through basic stuff as they get to a place where then you're talking to them and they have some sort of understanding of it, whether they're a white belt or whatever or higher. I would agree insofar as like work with competitors, because competitions, now we got a game.
Right.
Now jiu-jitsu is a game, and like games, whatever the game is.
Yeah.
Track and field, whatever, like there's like a goal you have to attain. There's like I'm going to say a simplicity, which doesn't mean it's easy.
Right.
But there's a simplicity like,
it's usually
like,
harder.
Yeah, it's usually harder. Which then I like what you said about how you're like, all right, let's just get into some basic concepts, because you have to simplify all this complex shit. Jiu-jitsu is complicated.
Right.
It doesn't have to be.
Right.
That's sort of the challenge as a coach. To be like, how do I make something that's really complicated as simple as possible? So when these guys go out to play a game, they know they got to do 3 things. Again, doesn't mean it's easy, but let's do these 3 things, do them well. There's gonna be lots of potential scenarios where you get distracted with like all the potential scenarios. Just keep your mind simple. That's why concepts make sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
For sure. And I think too, like so my background's in teaching and instruction, right? And I've had, literally thousands and thousands of hours where I've assessed people teaching, and people in education, jiu-jitsu, they get like in these camps of like, this is the way that is research says this is the way. Well, research falls short a lot of times too, right? And practical experience matters too, right? So it's whatever the instructor or the teacher can actually communicate in a cogent way that someone can then take that information and then apply it. Whether you're teaching steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, or you're saying, I just want you to be able to control that person's armpits. Like that's your only task right now, is to be able to get under their armpits and do not let them move. Like whatever allows you to communicate that, and the person can then receive that information, like that feedback loop, and then how you're learning and watching what they're doing to take them another step forward.
People don't realize, I think, I appreciate what you said, dude. Like teaching is a challenge, man, because not everyone learns the same way. Like the way we learn, like a lot of times when you're a new teacher, like, which is okay. Like I was a new teacher once, and I have new teachers that come up on our team all the time. And I feel like you default to like, how do I learn? And then you tend to communicate and like explain things like that, because it's like all you really know.
Absolutely.
But as time goes on, you have to like think about what I always try to challenge myself and my other guys on my team to do, sort of like on the same thread that you were. Like, how can I be trying to do what you just said you've done thousands of times? It's really interesting. This is cool that we're talking about this. I have a lot to talk with you probably about offline too.
Yeah,
I'd love to learn from what you've done too.
Same here.
Which is that, but like trying to, let me go back. What I was trying to say was, I try to tell my guys, it's like, how can you how can you communicate something that you know, or maybe you think you know, to other people in as simple a way as possible? Because like you may have a room of like, let's say you have 30, 40 people, all levels or whatever. Maybe it's not the competitors. Competitors already know some stuff. That's another set. It's the same challenge, but you do it differently. Let's say it's all levels or intro or something beginners, like white belts. And like, how do we like challenge ourselves as instructors who we do know stuff, but do we know how to communicate it? And like, how do we get it into their minds and then watch them in as few words as possible deliver what we're trying to get them to do?
Absolutely.
Right? Like, which is not easy to do, man. It takes a lot of work.
It does. Yeah. I think it comes back to the person's ability to reflect on their own skill set, right? Like, so when you think about when you're trying to teach something, you have content knowledge and you have pedagogy, right? So if you have those two things, the way you teach pedagogy.
Word pedagogy, dude. Like we had a conversation a couple months back where like one of us dropped it and we were like, oh shit, dude, pedagogy. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Anyways, continue, bro. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Like, and that's the thing. I'd love to hear what you guys talk about. Cause like, that's the piece, right? Like, so how you deliver the instruction, and then not only that, but that feedback loop that's required. So like, I'm giving you a thing to work on, right? How am I assessing you in this situation? And then how am I using that information to then continue to move you forward, right? So you have that, and then how you articulate it and all those things. And then you have your content knowledge. And just being honest with yourself, like, where is your gap? And that's what I think that's the key to the whole thing. So like, I'm a really, like, humbly, but not, I'm a really good teacher. Like I should be. So, yeah, you've been in my class for a long time. Yeah. I believe that I'm a really good teacher, right?
He's like, I believe that you believe that.
Do you believe that I'm a good teacher?
Well, am I under oath?
I don't challenge you, man. You said don't challenge me.
But you know I'm okay with it.
No, you're great.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just really good at making you look good.
No, you're a good teacher. Continue.
Yeah. And so like, but then my gap is content knowledge, right? Like I haven't been doing jiu-jitsu as long as, you know, someone who's been doing jiu-jitsu for 20 years, right? So they've seen more, they've experienced more, right? So that's not their gap, that's my gap. So I have to address that. So how do I address my content knowledge? Well, I have to educate myself, right? And that comes down to everything from conversations with people to watching, you know, videos to trying said skill and failing at it and then figuring out what's the best way to figure this thing out and then do it, right? And then I have to try to figure out how to make that part of my pedagogy. How do I then deliver that instruction? And I think that's like the gap, right? Like people are not honest with themselves. Just because you know stuff doesn't mean you know how to teach it. And then just because you know how to teach it doesn't mean you got to be careful what you teach, right? Because you don't know enough.
I'd be willing to bet you probably know more than you think, by the way, in the martial art. I had this conversation, a similar conversation with a guy who I met in Texas, who is a very high level professional fighter. He's a successful businessman. He owns like 5 academies.
Okay.
And like 5 just in Texas and like 3 or 4 internationally.
Wow.
Fought in the UFC, fought in K1, fought all over, beast. And it was a separate thread about, I think we were talking about like training our trainers.
Yeah.
And anyways, we were having a conversation and like there's just this moment where we were talking about how I feel like martial arts guys tend to be we undervalue how much we actually know.
Yeah.
You know? So it, depending on, I guess, what the goal of the class you were in.
Right.
Like, what do these guys like, what's my audience? Is it intro? Like I said, those are competitors. And then kind of to, I guess, build up all of us as coaches. So like, all right, like you may go into that thinking these guys need like some world championship level stuff if it's competitors.
Right.
But I'd be willing to bet they don't.
Right.
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 And so then you kind of audit like, all right, but you know, if I don't know how to win a world championship, big deal. But I do know X, Y, and Z. Like you said, that's, dude, I would, in my experience, I think there's more value with a dude who may not be a world champion, but knows how to instruct really well based on what we're talking about.
Right.
Hey, what can I teach a person?
For sure.
What do I actually know? Probably more than you think. And there's value in that. Cause like most of the people in your room, they don't know what you know.
Right.
So if you can convey whatever even if it's small, whatever amount of like legit value you have in your mind, and you effectively do it, like you said. And I was going to ask another question earlier about how if you have like a mechanism for kind of like assessing like the results, like, hey, like I take a look at however many people I've been teaching for 5 or 6 months. Can they actually do more now or whatever? We'll come back to that in a second. Because I challenge myself with that too. I don't know if I have that down, but I try some things. Nonetheless, we like really, because you made a good statement, which is like you have to self-reflect and say like, all right, what do I actually, I have a whole list of stuff in my head. Like I think I know 40 things. I probably know 5 of them pretty well. How well can I keep teaching those 5 things? Because I feel like this is the cool thing about jiu-jitsu, right? Like you do what you talked about, getting under the armpits or whatever the specific thing you're teaching may be. If you get them to actually understand that one thing, they'll probably unlock 10 more things. That's the cool thing about jiu-jitsu, right? It's like as they're doing that, they might pick up like, well, coach is telling me to get into the armpits, but like while I'm doing that, my hips are in a really good spot.
Right.
They'll see other things.
And they're starting to create movement or they're rotating a little bit and all of a sudden you're like, there's space. Then how do I occupy that space?
So they learn like 8 things. You being like, all right, I'm gonna do a really good job with this one thing that I'm gonna start with one thing. I think I know pretty well.
For sure.
I always tell a story about like, I've been training for, it's my 20th year. And competed a bunch, taught for 18 years. And I was told a story about like when I moved to Virginia and started teaching up here, there's this one move that I've been demoing for like over a decade. It's an arm triangle. And I use that as the move that I go back to. I'm like, all right, how did I used to teach it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
like, and like,
for sure.
Can I teach it now? And my challenge to myself is like, can I get more people to do it more quickly than
I did.
Correct. And that's like, as in my opinion, that's like our job as coaches is like, basically simply put, try to get whoever, and like, these are customers, right? So like paying customers are coming, they're basically paying to learn the knowledge that we may have taken 15, 20 years to learn and as quickly as possible. That's our job is like, hey, I want you to learn faster than I learned.
Yes.
That's our job as teachers, right?
Absolutely.
That's what they're paying for. But so like my audit was with the arm triangle. I was like, all right, can I run back to the same move that I taught 13 years ago? Teach it quicker, better, in fewer words.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Can you boil it down to fewer words?
Yeah.
And that really, like, I think that's one of the things I love about our gym, like Chad and Paul, they're both like really good. Chad, if the audience doesn't know Chad Malone, Chad's a beast.
Look him up, guys.
Yeah, he's the real deal. In a lot of different aspects of life. And Paul's a killer, just he doesn't compete a lot. And but they both know what their gaps were. So like literally Chad said to me, he's like, hey, can you watch me teach? And I sat back and like a principal, I sat back literally at the desk and I'm just watching. I'm taking notes because he was asking about teaching a kids class and his management and all that stuff. And I mean, he's a killer. He's a black belt, got a couple stripes. He's a monster. But he humbles himself enough to be like, I need to get better at this thing.
I respect that.
Yeah. And he's like that with every aspect of his life.
That's the guy who wants to get, that's a real black belt.
Right.
He's like, I'm trying to get better at everything I'm doing.
Yep. And that's what a real black belt is. That's what a real coach is, right? You're someone who's trying to get better, right? And ultimately, if you're getting better, you're better at being able to communicate what it is that you want your people to get better at.
It elevates everything you do, right?
Everything, every aspect of your life too, if you start to reflect and use those skills in other aspects.
Can I ask you, whether it's like that as a use case or anyone else, I'm sure you've done this for other coaches too. Like, what do you usually see? Like, what do you think most jiu-jitsu coaches struggle with?
I think for me, the thing that I noticed the most is people talk too much.
Okay.
100%. I just did like a little reel, like on my social media about that. Like people talk too much as we're sitting here talking, right?
We're allowed to talk a lot.
Yeah. But that's the whole point of this.
This is the talk too much setting.
This is a safe space.
Yeah.
And,
I'll tell you if you're talking too much.
Thank you, please, dude. Give me
Stop.
Buzzer.
Too much.
We'll start playing the music.
But I think that's by far and away, this is the biggest mistake people make. They over talk through moves. They over talk through pulling people together. And then the second piece is they don't ask questions enough, right? Because if I'm watching you and you grapple, right? I need to be always assessing. Like when you walk into the room, like I'm assessing you. Like I do that with my athletes when I'm coaching them in the weight room. I do that with everything. Because the moment when I can see them, I can start making decisions about what we need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then I also need to ask you, like, how did that feel? Did that feel successful? No? Okay. Why didn't it feel successful? We talk about that a lot in class because I can't make assumptions about what you're thinking. Like I need to know what you're thinking and why that worked, why that didn't. So I think that's the two biggest gaps is one is teachers talk too much, and that's teachers in general across any platform.
Okay.
Right? Over talking and then not questioning people about said skill. Instead, a lot of times people walk around and they make judgments and decisions. Like, so if I see that rotation happening on somebody, I know that they're rotating to try to move, right, to create space, but like, I want to know why. So why did you do that? You know, or I'll say in class too, like, was that successful, Alex? Like, I'll do that a lot. How many people were successful in that move? And half the class would put their hand up, or like 3 people would put their hand up. And I'd be like, well, why were you successful? And instead of me talking through it, I say, Alex, why don't you and your partner come up here and show us and talk us through it? Because now if he's articulating why he was successful and also doing it, it's reinforcing his understandings. It's allowing me to see his understandings. He's revealing his knowledge. He's revealing his skill to me. So I can then continue to make decisions, right? As coaches, as teachers, our job is to constantly be assessing people to move them along to a better understanding, not by making assumptions about what they think.
I always I've talked about this on the show before too, where like after classes, usually all levels classes, it could be whatever class though, I'll teach and then I'll get like 3 or 4 people asking me questions. And sometimes like a lot of times this leads to me getting personal lessons from people. It's not my intent, but if they want to do it, I'll do it. You know, it's for sure kind of part of what I do is my job. But I find a lot of times, like you said, like I'll ask them questions, like they'll come up and they'll be like, this one thing is bugging me. And I'm like, okay. And so what I'm trying to get to is that I find like a lot of times I ask them and like sometimes I feel like they already know the answer.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I think there's a value in being like, well, hold on. Yeah. What do you think it was? And usually I ask the question, like if something's not working, the first question I always ask them, like, all right, well, tell me about the person it's not working with. Is it someone bigger and better than you? It's a blue belt. And I'm like, yeah, I can't get this thing done with this really good brown belt. I'm like, well, let's start with that. It's a really good brown belt. Like, so there's what you think you're doing. You might not be incorrect. You just want to be doing it completely correctly.
Right. Or a little too slow because they've already moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've already figured out what you're doing.
Tested by the guy who's got 8 more years experience than you and is 25 pounds bigger than you. So you're doing the move on hard mode and they're pointing out flaws. And that, so I always try to start with a counter question like that. Does it work against people like smaller, same size, same skill level or lower? I'm like, well, yeah, but I'm like, all right.
But that's what you're doing though, right? You're asking a question and you're being precise about your question because you want to elicit specific information to then make a decision about what you need to do with that person.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the key, right? Like the specificity of questions. Right. And I think there's also like power in just the simplicity of why, right? Like, why didn't that work? Well, I don't know. Well, let's talk about that.
Yeah. I love the post class. Like like I said, if I get a couple people, I jokingly call it office hours. By the way. After one of my classes, I'll sit there and I'll talk for a few minutes because I'm going to have 15, 20 minutes of conversation with students. And obviously I love this stuff. So I don't mind doing it. It's fun. But like I said, a lot of times it's that. It's one of those things. I'm like, let's talk about it. All right, what's going on? Let's describe the situation. And I'm like, all right, well, like, what do you think it is? I'm like, well, you know, like, that's probably it.
Yeah.
It's a good job.
Yep. And most people already know.
Yes, most people already know.
You already know. What they need is reinforcement. They need to know that like, I'm on the right track or I'm way off, right? But they already have feelings about it. So find out what it is and affirm it or correct it.
As I've, it's fun, man. I like being a white belt and stuff. And so when I started wrestling, in jiu-jitsu, everyone accuses me of being a wrestler.
Right.
I'm not.
I think it's your ears.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. For sure.
But I'm not. No, I take it as a compliment. I'm like, thanks, guys. But actually, I started wrestling after I started jiu-jitsu to get better at jiu-jitsu. I wrestle a lot, so I'm decent at it. But I really like it because I'm not the best guy in the room. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just something like nice about it. Just like, I just get to learn. But I've tried to like take that mindset to like teaching as well. And the last couple of years, really, I've been like, all right, like I want to do a better job. This is my cool I'm one of the owners of District Martial Arts. Like I have a lot of different functions and roles, but the root of everything I do is like delivering martial arts to customers.
Yep.
So I'm like, how do I get better at doing it?
Yep.
And dude, it's fun, man.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the key too. Is like Paul's that way too. He'll text me after class and he'll teach, and he'll text me right after. What do you think? Like, who does that? But that's the key, right? So like, even for you, like just having someone, their role in class when you're teaching said skill, if you say to them, I want you to just pay attention to how clear and precise I can be in my communication. So in class, that person's just watching it. At the end of class, hey, can we talk about that? And if you find someone who has a teaching background, right, even better, right? Or someone who has like a coaching background, but like a good coaching background. Because everybody's coached at some point in something, right? But not everybody's a good coach. So I think that's
I'll ask you to come in and watch me, but
I would totally do that.
That sounds awesome, man. I'll text
for
you
sure.
about that. We do have a guy, one of our black belts is a teacher, and I've never actually asked him to do that. I'm going to ask him to do that too.
You should. And if you
Carter, yeah.
What's his name?
Carter.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna. There's no mistake in it, and you're literally putting yourself right back into a white belt situation.
I like it, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Let's
stuff.
talk about. I mean, we could keep talking about this all day, dude. I love this stuff. Should we talk about Movember?
Yeah, let's get to Movember and then we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
So
I don't have anywhere to be until like
maybe
until like
careful what you wish for.
Till like
keep you guys
1:30.
locked in here for a while.
Alex though, he's got stuff to do. I mean,
I'm just adjusting.
He's a strong silent type.
Man, he's like, I got stuff to do, bro.
Yeah,
he's got something secret to do.
Playing chess.
I got an Antifa meeting to attend to. After this.
He's already won this.
Wait, what
this
meeting?
game 3 times.
He's like, sorry, Proud Boys. Sorry, other groups.
It's whatever one. Whatever
one
you guys don't like. Whichever one you want today.
I am part of no hate.
He's like, I like hate groups so much, I go to all of them.
I don't care what side of the aisle.
Yeah,
I just love hating, professional hater.
Equal opportunity.
You're more of a self-hate guy.
Let's be honest.
Just can't get enough.
Hate, haters club. So you guys have the Movember thing. So this is year 3, 2?
Don't look at me, man.
4 for the gym.
Get there. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long week. Year 4 for the gym. I started it working with Movember back in 2012, and it started with my pop who had prostate cancer, and he and I had a really like turbulent relationship until I left home.
Usually how it goes.
Yeah, and it was tough. He was like a really good coach, like super successful. His softball team, they lost like 10 games in the last 10 years of his career. Damn. Yeah, wow. But he was like very much, if you know, like old baseball, like Billy Martin, like kicking dirt at the umpire.
Rough around the edges.
Super rough. But his players loved him. He was a girls coach. They loved him. They thought he was great because he was the guy who would like fight for you. Yeah. We have totally different teaching styles, like totally different. But we had some strain in our relationship. And then as we got older, we got better, all those things, and got cancer. And I was like, I got to figure out something to do to, honor him and honor those who need that support. So I just got involved with it. First year, I think I raised $25. So I was like, hey, just trying to figure this thing out. And then I was doing the Highland Games at the time, and a buddy of mine runs some games out towards like Front Royal. And I reached out to him. I said, hey, let's take a game and that you're doing, and let's just attach this to it, and let's see how we can raise some money. And then the next year it was like $500. And then the next year it was like 800. And then it just kind of kept going. Long story short, I had to stop throwing because I had a full shoulder replacement. I literally couldn't wipe my butt.
Damn.
Yeah, it was terrible. Got really good with my left hand and things. A lot of things.
Bro.
And
I'm left-handed, bro. So
so it was great. I mean, whole new world wipeout.
It's a whole new world wipeout over there.
Wipeout mentality, man.
That's right.
And so I was like, throwing career kind of ended. And I was like, I love jiu-jitsu, went back to jiu-jitsu. And then over time I was like, let's start doing this. And Chad and Paul are amazing guys, man. Like our community is really a community, like a lot of jiu-jitsu communities. It's a community, right? Like we're there to help each other and elevate each other. And I was like, I just pitched the idea. I'm like, wow, we have some fights. And it started off with just like the capital system, and then had a few other people do it. I think we had 18 one-on-one super fights the first year.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's a big card.
Yeah, it was, and I never ran an event before either like that. So fortunately I was like a principal.
White belt experience.
Yeah. But everybody was there like supporting it, right? Like I had a team that was like working with Thor, and everybody volunteered all their time to do it. And it's all volunteer stuff. And we raised, it was like $6,200.
All right.
Yeah.
What a leap, man.
Yeah, we made and it just kept tracking that way. It was like 4,800 was the best year prior to the first year of the super fights. And it was cool, but it was a long day. So then literally stepping back, talking to people on the team, people who volunteered, it's a simple process. What went well? What could we have done better? How are we going to do it? Right? Like, well, better how? And I teach that with like my third graders too, like on everything. They're probably tired of hearing it already this year. And, but just evaluating that, right? Like, what did I do well? What can I do better? How am I going to do better at it? So then we're like, let's switch it up. Let's make it a little more interesting. So we had was it 5-on-5 quintet
I like
style, but men and women. Combined teams. Like you had men and women on the teams.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So you had to have a blue belt, a brown belt.
That was 2 years ago. Right?
That was 2 years ago?
Yeah, I think so.
A blue belt, a purple belt, a brown belt, and a black belt. And there was a weight limit to it. And that was a lot of fun. And people were totally into it. You had like Danielle Gallo, who's like really, really solid. Do you know Danielle?
I know Danielle.
Yeah, she's amazing. And she's like fighting, she's fighting someone who is a general, special forces.
Come on.
Yeah.
Good for her.
She would not submit.
Good for her.
Yeah, she would not. I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, oh my God,
Danielle,
I'm going to lose my house.
She's gonna break her
She's
arm.
literally going to die. She didn't submit. She didn't tap. And, he was Matt's a big dude. He's like 6'2", like 210.
Damn.
He's a big guy, but she was fighting her heart out, right? And the goal of that one was like, if you didn't get submitted, that person
goes out. Yeah.
So
she kind of won.
Yeah. Yeah. And, but it was great. It was
You had like gimmick fights, right? There was the power slap fight.
Yeah, we did a slap.
Or not,
So you guys are kind of messing, like you're
not power
like
slap.
having some fun. You're kind of experimenting with like
just
what.
try to have a good.
Keep it fresh. Keep it fun.
Absolutely.
I like that.
We did a slap jiu-jitsu.
Combat.
was
combat jiu-jitsu or whatever?
Combat jiu-jitsu.
It was weird, man. It was two friends, and it was hard to watch them just smack each other.
Yeah.
Because there was a distinct part in the fight where one guy smacked a little too hard, and then it was on after that.
I can think of a few friends who would smack me.
love it.
No longer friendly after that.
No longer friendly. And they were a mismatch too, because like John's like 6'2", like 165 pounds. Mikel was like my height. He's like
5'8", 5'7".
I'm taller than him, I think, and I'm 5'6".
Okay, maybe he's 4
He's
foot.
5 something.
He's
around
4'2".
He's 5'1", maybe no. He's like 5'6" and a quarter, maybe.
Okay.
In Skechers.
Yeah.
And he's like 140.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's like a mismatch to it, but I also wanted they wanted to do it, and I was like, all right, I'll hear you out. This one.
Yeah,
but I was cool with it because they were friends. Right now, if I said, "Hey Scott, I'm gonna push you up with Alex," I don't know how that's gonna go.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, Alex is. Yep. We can.
What 5 fingers say to the face?
Slap, baby.
And so I was cool with that, but it was fun, man. We had a good time. And then out of that though, because I am anxious, I was like, man, I can't have someone getting hurt. Like that would be terrible because this is a charity event.
Yeah.
To help save lives.
Yeah.
And so then we broke it off and had a men's division teams, women's division teams, and then we had a couple individual super fights. And I thought that was last year.
Yeah.
I was like, man, let's kind of settle into that space. So this year there's going to be, but it was also, we had a lot of teams. So I was like, can't do that.
Yeah, it was a long day.
It was long. We were on the mic for like 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours just talking.
Yeah.
Like long day.
Yeah, it was long. So this year we went with 4 women teams, 4 men's teams, and then there's 3 individual super fights.
Okay.
And same style, same
Quintets
rules.
and super fights.
Yep, but it's a 3-on-3 tournament this time too. So I want to try to reduce the amount of time.
Got it.
Right. And also keep it super competitive because we're still growing this out. And every year we've gotten more and more people involved, like your team's coming out, which is awesome. So it's kind of branched out, like the 4 men's teams. There's a Battlefield team, Process Over Prize has a team, Capital has a team, and then there's a team of mercenaries,
freelance
misfits.
Yeah, and they're good. Like they're good. You might see them.
When is it, by the way?
November 22nd.
November 22nd. Okay.
Yeah, at Capital in Lorton. Starts at 10. Fights will start at 10. Doors will open around 9:30.
Okay.
We'll have a taco truck there. Also, that's awesome. And if you've never been to you haven't been there.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've been to.
You guys got to come.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
So it's an old prison.
Yeah.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, so is it in the workhouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're on the other side from there's the arts area.
Mhm.
We're on the other side of the we'll say campus.
Near the Lidl.
Yeah. Thank God we finally have food by us.
Yeah.
We went like a year with only 7-Eleven close by. It was terrible.
Dang.
Yeah. But yeah, it's an amazing event. You guys definitely got to come.
I'd
You'll
love
be
to.
there
Be
fighting.
there in
Yeah.
a couple weeks.
You fighting?
Yep.
Yeah, I got me, Big John, and Perry. So I'm bringing my
The
heavies.
heavy hitters.
I'm bringing my heavies with me.
Mike's
I
got
love
They're
that.
going to protect me.
I love it. Tell us about these guys. I don't know a whole lot other than that they win medals, you know?
Yeah. So Perry I don't understand how, but this is a man who had never done like sports before, but he's like super athletic, strong.
It's like Alex.
Like he should have done sports. It's like, why did you not wrestle? Like you'd been so good at wrestling.
Yeah.
But so like he's just a guy who just decided to pick up jiu-jitsu one day, and I think he did like combatives and stuff like for work, whatever his job is. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them in Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But so Perry, like he's just started doing jiu-jitsu, I think 2 years ago.
Okay.
And like just took to it, decided to start competing. And just been on a tear lately. Like he was just with me in London.
Oh, that's who you went out there with?
Yeah. So, he was there for work, and we met we decided to both do the tournament.
Yeah.
And he tore through his division, in gi. Then no one showed up. They're all too scared of him in no gi. No one wanted to sign up. But he's been on a tear. He's been like, he's usually super heavy, but he's bumped up to ultra heavy. He'll go wherever. So I mean, he's tough and he's strong.
So they're both big.
Yeah, they're both big. I'm telling them, you guys have to at least cut a little bit of weight. I can't cut weight every other weekend. You got to give me a
make
break.
them cut weight.
Yeah, I was like, you know, whichever one of you is the heaviest.
We got a weight allowance.
I'm doing this for you.
Yeah, I'm walking in at 140, whatever, 150 for you.
Yeah.
This is for you.
Yeah.
And know that too. Like that's one of the things we don't want to make it so stressful for people. Like if your team says you weigh under the limit, we're not weighing you in.
We'll be
we
good.
We trust people's word.
As long as Perry doesn't keep gaining weight, I'll be fine. Cause we did the math. We're like dead on as long as Perry stays at 225.
Perry.
Hear that, Perry?
Paging Perry.
Yeah. Then John was a Division I wrestler out of Campbell University.
Oh.
He weighs about 260 pounds.
Okay.
So he's a big boy.
Yep.
He wrestled at 190, by the way.
Okay. So life's been good.
Yeah. So he's grown. He's grown since his wrestling days.
He's allowed to eat now.
Yeah. Well, he's like a Jack 260 too. He's like big boy.
I'm glad I'm not competing.
What's the weight allowance?
It's right there.
It's like, I think we did the math. It was like 740 or something. Is that right?
I forget, to be honest with you. I think it's 640.
640. Yeah, that sounds right. Because it's 260, 225, 155.
By the way,
480 for the women. I think it was in 640.
Don't look at me.
I've been trying to keep track of a lot of different weight allowance teams.
Yep. All these possibilities.
All these, you know. But so I immediately when I saw you posted, I messaged John. I'm like, we need a third person.
Yeah.
who will get us to this weight limit? And he's like, what about Perry? I'm like, we're like doing math.
Yeah.
The numbers are scrolling across our,
I love it.
Yeah, so he's big dude. He just won Masters Worlds.
Nice.
He was gonna do Pans, probably would have won that too, because he's competing at blue belt as a Division I wrestler.
It's a recipe for success.
Yeah. So he's a big strong boy, athletic.
How busy?
He's 40.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
40?
Take his knees out.
Masters
Yeah, he's Masters 4. So
Masters 4. So he
just went over to he just went to Masters 4.
Yeah, I think it's like 45 to 49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just hit that. Perry is Masters 3.
Okay.
So I'm the young small man.
Nice. Yeah, that'll be good.
It'd be an interesting. We have a few different strategies, I guess, based on what the team in front of us is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think I'm running cleanup for all of them.
Let them do the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the tired people at the end.
Yeah, I kind of have in mind, thinking about, because I've watched the videos and I've seen your team's the only team I had the least amount of knowledge of, so I try to at least create like some opportunities.
Are you matchmaking?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. For
Fixing
sure.
the fights.
Fixing the fights.
Fix 'em,
100%.
baby.
I'll take cash. Not Venmo though
Like
for this
that.
because
Yeah.
I don't want any record.
No, you don't want a
No.
trail of your fight
No.
fixes.
No,
It's not cool.
Pete Rose taught us that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I could see like a good matchup
Who's on the Capital?
for sure. So the Capital team is made up of Chad Malone, who black belt, Chris, the Ramses, who's a brown belt. He's like 160.
He cuts down to 150, I think.
Yeah, but he's tough. He's been like probably my main. Him and Alex, Chris and I have been training together a lot for like many years. And it's funny because we were like blue belts together. Then all of a sudden, like he just kept going.
Stayed active.
Yeah. I had some injuries that kind of held me back a bit, but that's no excuse. Like Chris just kept getting better at a much rapid pace. Really, almost anybody in the gym, he just kept getting better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
Super smart, like very intelligent, like has a degree in literature. Like, so he's, thinking all the time.
He's gonna write a poem about you after he beats you.
Yeah. He's got great hair. He'll write a poem while you're wrestling.
That'd be great.
He's got flowing locks.
He's got beautiful hair.
He does have luscious hair. Yeah. And his wife has amazing hair too.
I mean,
It's just in
Chris's
the
is
family.
better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Their little one has great hair too. So
Oh.
it's just not.
Yeah.
So good luck.
He's a genetic.
Yeah.
He's just good at jujitsu,
And he's
smart
good at-
and
Yep,
beautiful.
yep.
Good news is it's not a hair competition.
And he's a carpenter. So
Yeah, try training with this guy.
Wait a
Does he
minute,
have
what,
the
he's a
best
carpenter?
cauliflower ear too?
He
Jesus.
has no. Yours.
He does have
You guys are
those-
fighting
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah.
well, at
Yeah.
least I have that.
You
That's
definitely
gonna
win the
be tough.
cauliflower competition. And then Big Brad.
Oh, okay.
And so he's a brown belt with us. Was a D1 offensive guard.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna send John out.
He's
to him.
he is got the most supple hips.
He's so flexible. This guy.
literally
Just picturing a supple hip
yeah. So I'll give,
offensive lineman.
here's your visual, right?
I'm ready.
He's 6'2", weighs
He's lost some weight. Last
yeah,
time
he's
I
like
saw him.
240, but he's been like 290, right? He can literally sit on his butt and take his leg over the back
What?
of his head. Yeah,
That
so he
shit's
plays like a little guy game,
No kidding.
but he's
He's a giant.
a giant. And so I was training him. I mean, he deadlifted, God, what did he deadlift? Like 6?
I would.
Yeah, it was around like
surprised.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I was gonna guess, I would
Yeah,
say 6.
his I think his best, like when he was in college, he deadlifted like 630.
Just awesome ability too.
Yeah, like unbelievable.
It's frustrating.
Like it is. It's incredibly like because he just messes with you the whole time.
yeah. He
Do
doesn't.
you like the superior athletes or the inferior athletes for your job?
Honestly.
Yeah.
So totally honest. Early in my career, I was cool with anybody. Like, but now, like I've been literally coaching for 34 years. I like to pick people who I don't care about their skill set. I care whether or not you do the work.
Okay.
That's all I care about. Like Alex is amazing. Great break dancer.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right, we'll get back to
college
Whoa.
breakdancing. So he's got some skills, right?
that. The Martinez
um,
brothers over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you throw your hat in the ring for the Olympics recently?
No, dude, I got way too many injuries. to
Yeah.
do that.
He's
if I tried like
very breakable.
anything from 10th Planet, like rubber guard, my knees would explode.
Literally. It's happened
He's
twice.
putting the break in break dance.
It
Oh,
literally
no.
call him a Glass Joe. And so like someone like Alex who I love working with, right? Because he's gonna do the work, right? So I don't care. I have a guy working with Tom. Tom's 61 years old. I've been coaching, training him for 6 years, 6 years. And he's an older man, right? He was out of shape, but like he does the work. He doesn't miss workouts. That's all I want. But I'm like super selective who I work with. Like I will interview you. I will have a conversation. If I do not feel the vibe,
Are they going to stick to the program?
yeah,
That's what I'm looking for.
yeah,
Is this guy going to do the work?
Yep. Are you going to do the work? And are you someone who, it's selfishly, like I want someone who's going to elevate me as a human being and vice versa. Like I'm a big believer in like that transfer, right? Like if I don't think you're good for me, because I spent a large part of my life being around people who were not good for me. I'm almost 50. Like I'm not doing that anymore, right? So I want to be around people who are going to help me become better, right? Challenge me, and I want that because that's what I'm giving them. So that's all I really care about mostly. But that wasn't my focus before, like when you're just getting started in your coaching career, man, you're just like, I'll work for free. You know, I'll do whatever. I need to learn how to do this thing that I love to do. Right. So it doesn't matter. Skill doesn't matter too much to me.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. You gotta be flexible.
I would imagine, well, my reason for asking was, I guess, I don't know. Here's my question. I feel like sometimes with like people who are super talented, they don't always stick to stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're super talented. No, this is totally a generalization.
No, I think it's
sometimes they do. And those guys excel, right? And like you get like humble people who aren't, and like they do what you're talking about.
Yep.
Like, this is why I'm coming to you.
Yeah.
I need help, you know?
Absolutely.
Versus people who they can just do things.
Yep.
So it comes easy enough to them that when everything's come easy, and when stuff gets hard, they give up. I'll do something else.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll do something else I'll be good at immediately.
For sure. You see that too. Like, so I've coached everything from like 8-year-old kids to people who ultimately were in the Olympics, right? So pretty wide chasm, like NFL, like all that stuff. And the people that usually are the most talented, and you hear this a lot, they're the ones who don't actually finish at the highest level. It's the ones who like can continue to grind through the boring, right? Through the struggle. Like that's who elevates to that level. It's not the super talented people. Like we were talking about my buddy Dean, who I coached, like super freak athlete, ended up going to the NFL for a little bit, wrestling WWE for 10 years. He was a great athlete. Like you have to be a great athlete, but he also was willing to do the boring work over and over and over and over again. And that's when someone's successful, right? Like getting up and still punching the clock. Because when you make changes, like it's not fun, right? It's just not. Like eating healthy all the time, not fun, right? Like it's just not. Yeah. So you can relate.
Yeah.
This guy's trying to gain weight.
Yeah, I need to. That's post Worlds. That's on the post Worlds agenda at this point. I have to make 149.
You got a lot
other weekend.
He's got a lot going on. He's done a ton this year.
Yeah.
And he's got a lot. He's got like 5 more things that I know of queued up between now and
for now. We'll see what else pops up
between now and December.
Don't get hurt between now and December, buddy.
I have next weekend. Then I have the 9th.
Did you have 1 week off before London, or did you just go straight from
London? Was no weeks off.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I went straight.
It's gonna be like it's gonna be like back to back.
Man,
I was home for like 2 days before going to London.
So we're not getting injured is the main thing.
Yeah.
Don't get injured.
Right. And you're floating like around like 152, 153.
Yeah, I've luckily it was a little bit tougher for Pans, but since Pans I've been like just pretty much at 150.
Nice.
So I've just been I'll probably bump back up before next weekend, and then I'll have to cut down again.
Yeah, it's just like one poop.
But it's like 155. It's easy.
Yeah.
I usually walk around 155. So once I get more food in my belly, I'll be there again. I was 153 yesterday. So
yeah, man. Yeah, I thought about one time. So I got down to like 156 when I did like my first Worlds, and I thought about, man, do I want to go down to 149?
No,
and I'm like, no, I don't. Like. I just don't.
I looked at 136 for a second, and I was like, "No, that's not possible.
Don't do it. Not for IBJF, man. It's just the way it is.
Yeah,
I remember. I probably told this story before, but this was like 5-6 years ago, and I now walk around when I'm fed like 66 ish, 64 to like let's say 67. I'm like, whatever. And I wasn't that big at the time. I was probably in the mid 50s, but I was cutting under 48. For no, 48.9 or whatever it was. Like basically, I think 149 was like the ceiling.
Yeah.
And I was still doing the adult division at the time. And me and a buddy, Eric Armacan, if he's listening, he'll remember this. We were in Texas. It was in this, I want to say it was Pans. It was like September. It's still hot as hell.
Yeah.
And I'm outside like 10 minutes before I'm about to be called up for my division, like sprinting to me. Sprinting to be on weight. I never miss weight.
Yeah.
You can't. You're not competing. And I do it. And I was like praying. I was like, dude, fuck this, man. What have I done? Anyways, I'm drained, but like, I hope I'm going to step on the scale. I'll have 20, 30 minutes, hydrate or whatever before I actually go up there. No. I went right up there. My first round opponent was Josh Cisneros. I don't know if you guys know that, who he is, but he was just like top 10 in the world. And I was like, and I knew that. I knew going in, this is not going to be easy. So I go out there and like we tie up and I like shoot in on a really good single, and I like lift his leg. I have the single.
Mhm.
I'm like, I have all the juice to shoot in and grab and like enter in like an attack.
Yep.
None of the juice to finish it.
Yeah.
This guy's fresh, and he's like probably 9 years younger than me. Easily 9 years younger than me. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yep.
Fuck, I got nothing.
Yep.
So I lose it, and I go and like, well, we hand fight again. I go in on another one. I get in again this time. This time he's ready for it.
Mhm.
So I lift his leg again. I have no juice to finish it, and he just counters me right away.
Yep.
Submits me like 30 seconds later or whatever. And I was like, well, that's the last time I'm doing that.
Yep.
Like, I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I've been going up ever since.
Yep. It's the thing, like you play, like pick the weight that you play best at.
That's it.
Like and if you want to compete in a lower weight class, diet down to that weight class. Don't cut to that weight class, especially if you don't have like a 24-hour weigh-in, right? Like you're just setting yourself up for
If you're
disaster.
lucky, you have 24 minutes after weigh-in.
Right.
If you're lucky, or you have
Right.
24 seconds, which is what happened to me.
Well, and that's the thing too, like you don't even know, right? So like you walk in, like for IBJJF, like you go through the whole process, you're like, measure me, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then you walk into the holding area and you don't know if it's going to be 5 seconds or if it's going to be 24 minutes. And then if you have to rehydrate or eat something, like, all right, I'm going to grab these gummy bears, right? And I'm going to stuff them in my mouth to try to get some sugar back into my system. And I'm going to drink some water, but I don't want to drink too much water because I got to take a, and then this happens. You're like, wait a minute. Now you're just creating stress right before you got to go do something stressful, right? Like you want to go into something feeling as calm as possible, right? Like as dead in your soul as you possibly can. And so that cut is just, it's a terrible idea. Like,
Yep, I ain't fucking that one up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, that's
I'm
the key,
with you.
right? You learn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was like, that's it.
Yep.
That's it.
I remember like the first I did Gi Worlds, Masters Worlds, had a really good tournament, like first time ever. And it was the first time I had competed in a long time, like years, like 15 years. And I ended up making my way to the final 8. And I was like, all right, cool. I felt good about that. Right. And then that was as a blue belt. And then I got to Worlds No-Gi, like 5 months later, I think it is. And I'm in purple belt, right? And I'm like, I felt good. Like I felt jacked. I was strong. I was athletic. Man, the guy I pulled had won blue Worlds. He had won in both Gi, No-Gi. He won purple Gi. Like this guy was a killer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn it. Here we go. So what happens? I do a really poor job of like stand up, like going for an ankle pick, and he just counters and he takes my ankle. And I just remember because I didn't wrestle, right? So like I didn't know like the game, and I remember at one point I'm like, this isn't so bad, like, and all of a sudden it's like 23-0, and he just kept moving around me, right? And I learned that game, like,
yeah.
Get points, move on. Get points, move on. I was like, wow, like that sucked. And I was like, he tried subbing me, couldn't sub me. So he just kept collecting points the whole time. And good for him, right? And he ended up winning the tournament, outscoring like 52-3. Okay. Right. So he's
good.
Yeah. He ran through everybody. Yeah. And I was like, all right, so I don't feel so bad. But man, what a great like learning.
You learn a shit ton from that, man.
Yeah. Learn this point thing.
You don't know what you don't know.
No, you don't.
You find out.
Yeah. And that's the beautiful thing.
That is the beautiful thing.
Yep. If you can humble yourself to accept that.
If you can humble yourself to accept
I've tried teaching my guys to play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like all these guys too worried about getting the sub and then they lose. Too worried about getting the sub and then they lose. And I'm like, guys, just get to the points. We'll worry about the subs later.
Yeah.
It's cool. That's good. But like, you gotta score.
Yeah.
You can't go for the sub and put up no points.
Right.
And then they flip you, they get 2 points and you lose.
Yep.
Like, what's the point?
Absolutely.
That's the nice thing about competition is there's a lot of ways to win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a lot and really there's like 2.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you outscore them. You outscore them, you control the match, or you submit them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all control the match at the end of the day. It's like control the match, control the match, control the match. I've won matches where it was 0-0.
Yeah.
Because I controlled the match.
Yep.
Make refs call. It was evident that I was controlling the match.
Yep.
Which isn't the best way to win, I'll tell you, but it's sort of like comes back to the same action. It's like control the action, take the initiative at every moment possible. Don't let the other person make it. If it's not going to be evident, like definitive, you had this many points, they had less points. If it's not definitive like a submission, definitive is definitive. And so you call that ideal, I guess. But if that isn't happening, if you got to make it as clear as possible to the referee when the referee has to raise someone's hand that you were the person attacking and not being attacked.
Right.
And so that's the action that the student has to take, which is be on the attack, be on offense, make it so crystal. And like, that's going to increase the likelihood that you're then going to rack up points.
Right.
And that you'll, if that works, you get points for positions where you can submit people.
Right.
So like if you get to that position, like you're walking down the road toward the sub, which is the nature of what we're doing. That's the whole point of jiu-jitsu. You're getting points along the way.
Yeah.
So again, simple, not easy.
Yeah. I think what you're saying though kind of reminds me, you were kind of talking about that question early on was, how do you assess like your athletes, your students, about whether or not they're making success over time in the thing that you're trying to teach them? And I think that's like where you see it, right? So if your focus is on this has been a big part of what we've been talking about Saturdays, being persistent, just being persistent, just don't stop, right? So like we can teach, transitions from like different takedown options, but if they're stringing them together now, and though they're not perfect, right? Like if you're in a collar tie, you do a duck under, do that, you take it back, you go for a single leg. Even though you might not be great at them, but at least if they're starting to be like, oh, here it is, here it is, here it is. And all of a sudden now you've put three things together, may not be perfect, but you're at least aware of like, oh, that leg's there. Bang, I want that leg, right? Oh, I lost that leg. Well, maybe I'll put it across my lap and do a double leg.
You stay active.
Yeah, you just keep going, right? Yeah. And that's like the competitive aspect is like, you just don't accept. And you hear coaches say that all the time, like, don't accept the position. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like, go like this instead? Like freeze? No, it means keep moving, like keep rotating.
It goes back to what you said earlier too about like that. I think that's really an effective point to make too, especially if you're teaching competitors. I like teaching competitors because there's just something educational about like the simplicity of like you either win or you didn't. And like, because at least it gives you a framework for results.
Yes.
That you're like, did the things we were doing work or not work? And no matter what the outcome is, like there's a takeaway, like there's value in that big picture for someone. But like, okay, so we all understand that. How long did it take us to understand that? And then can we explain that to someone? Because like it may seem, however long it took all of us to get to that level of awareness, might have taken us a while. I think it took me too long to figure that out. And now, similarly to you, I always tell my guys, like, you have two opponents. The opponent, and then you have the clock.
Yeah.
That clock's working against you. It could work against you, it could work against the other guy. It could be your friend or it could be your enemy. And that's why we like to wrestle, because it's sort of like, hey, if there's points to, and someone can pull guard. We know we know that's the thing, but I call it air superiority. If you can command air superiority, like either you make them pull guard. I kind of tell people like, at least they're doing the work for you. They pull guard, no problem, right? They took themselves down. All right, cool. We'll fight from here. The fight's going to continue whether you take them down or not. But if you can have that air superiority and be like, hey, no matter, whenever 2 points are up for grabs in like a collar wrestling or a takedown scenario, I'm going to get those 2 points. Get them immediately, we're winning, and the clock's working against the other guy. If nothing else happens, you're up 2-0, you're going to win. Right? There's something definitive about that.
Absolutely.
But as you said, put that aside. It's like, okay, so if we do that, let's say it's a 6-minute match. That takes us 35 seconds. Thumbs up. There's 5.5 minutes approximately left in the match. A lot can happen. Are you going to keep working? Because you'll get called for stuff. They'll take those points away if you do jack shit.
Yeah.
So you got to keep working.
Yep.
You got to stay on that. Keep that initiative of action. Keep the action going. And it's not getting someone to understand that, and then, all right, once they fully understand that, then they'll actually begin working on how to do that.
Right.
Because it's not easy to do necessarily. Like, I mean, obviously the other guy gets a vote too. Your opponent always gets a vote. So it's like, all right, we have this 5.5 minutes left. Cool, clock's on my side, but like he's got 5.5 minutes to make some shit happen. So I got to keep this dude on his heels, metaphorically, maybe literally. Like, keep him playing defense. So keep the action going. Keep the action going. Keep the action going. Can you continue to keep the clock as your friend, or will it start to work against you?
Yeah.
And so that's not an easy thing to explain. Like, we all get it. We got to get that into our guys' heads.
Yeah.
And then if they can do that, I feel like it's a really, that to me, it's like, there's like you said earlier, like there's basic concepts for like any game. This is a game. And the more you start to understand that as a person, like, they understand it, like whatever that light bulb moment is, they get it. And then that's when the discovery and the work begins for them to actually exercise the skills to be able to continue to apply that.
Right.
Once they get really good at that, that person's going to be tough, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how you win.
It is.
That's how you win any game.
I think with an athlete, like as a coach, like you want to create scenarios where you're making that part of your pedagogy, like part of your routine, right? Like you hear like Greg Souders talk about that a lot. Just like what's the goal of this thing? Like this task. Well, I don't want to say task because,
Say it.
Task game, whatever.
Task-based game.
So like if the goal is to like do said thing and you communicate that in a very basic way, like they can walk away from knowing like that's the thing I got to make sure I do, right? So he talks about like, getting armpits to your ribs. Like if you can get here and you're on your back, like that's a better place to be than your armpits exposed, right? So if you have a new person, they can walk away at least knowing that. And we also hear a lot of times, like, you don't want to create back exposure, right? Like you don't want to turn away. Well, why? Like sometimes it's okay. Like it depends. Like there's a lot of depending. Sometimes
there's a right way and a wrong way.
Right.
Right times and wrong times.
Yeah, right. It's the timing, right? It's not the way, it's the timing, right? Sometimes it's better to go towards the person. Sometimes it's better not to. So like, but you have to create those opportunities and make sure they can walk away feeling like I at least accomplished this thing today. Because the more you can stack like successes on top of each other, the more successful the person's going to be. But you also want to create opportunities for failure, but not just for failure's sake, but for failure to understand.
Well, it's whatever gets them to learn, right? That's why I will say, like, Greg's taken a lot of heat on the internet or whatever, but I think there's a ton of value, even if you just kind of gave something that like lots of people had been doing for years, a name, which did.
Yeah.
It got people thinking about it
Absolutely
in a really valuable way.
Yep.
I use that system in it's not the only way I teach, but and I had been doing it for a while, but he's got me thinking about it more. So I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think especially with like, you get like a group of guys, call them competitors, whatever, who have a bit more knowledge. It's more than zero. That's one of the, I don't know if it's a flaw. I mean, call it what you want. I guess that's the classical, like, that's the argument about that style is like, all right, like, you got to give someone some sort of raw materials, I think, to start from, to like, here's some, make some bricks out of the, whatever you make bricks out of, straw, I don't know, other stuff.
Why not?
Mud, not straw.
Mud and straw.
Yeah,
Mud is like
straw.
3 little pigs, right?
Yeah, whatever it is, you got to give them something to start from. But like, once you introduce like stuff like that, like then you just allow them to start developing the awareness on their own. Like that's valuable. Even if they are losing, like who cares? Like,
No, for sure.
They're going to figure it out.
And I think that, like, I love his work. Like, I use him, I would say, pretty frequently, like that model. But that's also like being a good teacher is like, what's the best tool for this situation? Right? Like, there's one person, Amy, she has an MMA fight coming up. You may know Amy. She's awesome. But like, she pushed me to change the way I teach, because a lot of times I'm like super like theoretical and like esoteric. And I'm like, let's figure this out, guys. Right? Like, well, why doesn't this work? I don't know. Let's get in that position. And she's like, I can't do that. I'm like, well, what do you mean you can't do that? Let's just explore it. She's like, no, I need you to tell me. And I was like, all right, that's right. Cool. So I'm going to tell you, because she's communicating to me what she needs. Now for me to like not listen to that.
Yeah. If you were just to go, well, no, you still have to figure this out on your own.
Yeah. That's a terrible teacher.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's true. You have to figure out what works best for the students that you're like, in this case, a lot of the time it's clients too, like people that are paying to be here and learn from you.
Right.
You need to give them whatever it is that helps them learn. And like, it's not necessarily that you have to give them what they want.
Right.
But you need to give them something in a package that they are able to learn.
Yep. I think it's like coaching, like, or even like the strength and conditioning world or like personal trainer world, whatever. Like people get so set in like, this is my system. Jiu-jitsu is the same. This is my system. And this is how we do it. Like, you're a fool, right? Like you need to be a great coach to have a great skill set to know when to use a hammer and when to use a screwdriver. And you need to know your athletes well enough to know what they need. And that should be your system. Your system is, I'm going to employ this tool right now because this is the best tool for that person. Like one of my athletes, she was really strong. And I was like, and I had we were just talking about this. I had a real frank conversation with her. I'm like, you're a terrible athlete. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you're a bad athlete. Very strong. Anybody can get strong. becoming strong is super easy. Like, it's not hard. To be a better athlete's really complicated, right? To show how you display your athleticism, that's hard to do. I said, but guess what we're going to do? We're going to work on your athleticism because you're strong. And they were like, oh, but I'm strong. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to help you in this situation. You're strong enough. Because there's also like the law of diminishing returns, right? Like, how strong do you really need to be, right? And this is someone who powerlifts.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone
So you like strength.
I love strength, right? Like,
this is a Highland
right.
Games
Like,
over here.
I weighed 192 and bench 455.
We like strength, bro.
I like strength.
Like strength.
Yeah. Not the most important thing to be so strong that it creates limitations in other aspects of your.
It's an asset, right? Like I call it a skill. I think it's a skill. This is a strength-based sport.
For sure.
For sure, right? Like you have to have it.
Yeah.
But it's, if you don't know when to use it, like you said, let's use a hammer and nail analogy again. It's sort of like be strong at the right time in the right place where the other person's weak.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like don't be strong where they're strong.
Right.
You can. I mean, I've done that lots of times.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, we've all done that lots of times where we're like, why am I always so tired?
Yeah.
When I train.
Alex overuses his power all the time.
Why are you doing that, man?
Yeah, why are you doing
That's
that?
not true at all. It's a classic like white belt thing where you're in someone's clothes guard. You're just like so rigid the entire time.
At first you don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you just,
Am I going to die?
yeah.
Is he going to kill me?
Don't choke me. You just get rigid. But it's like, you need to figure out like, what are the other, it's like, I jokingly tell guys, it's like when you played like Madden and you were building a character, you have like all the assets you can put on them. Like there's like other skill sets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I run into guys stronger than me, I move more.
Yes.
I move around them.
Yep.
I'm like, hey, be strong over here. And I'll be like, oh, matador them a little bit. Like, be strong over here. But I'm going to run around it. I'll be strong right there.
For sure.
When you're weak. Now, if they can bring their strength back over there, that's the name of the game.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I was, are you familiar with like West Side Barbell?
Yes.
Okay. So I had a chance to go out there and train.
Was Louis still there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. This was like 2003.
Okay.
And he, I remember, man, if you're not if you're not familiar,
Start watching YouTube videos of Louis.
West Side versus the World, go watch it. It's legit. Like that really captures like the feeling of fear.
Mm.
Like I was terrified. Like it was scary to be there. Like it really was. Louis was great. I got to spend like an entire week training in both AM and PM sessions. I spent a lot of time with him in his truck, with his dog, going to the Waffle House or going to like a manufacturer where he was coming up with some of his inventions, like the plyo swing.
He's the one who invented the reverse hyper too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super, like,
he's a very fascinating guy.
Fascinating guy, man. And like, he has people who love him and people who don't, right? But he was constantly pushing the barriers. And I remember him saying to me, we were in his truck going to dinner. And he was like, all these want to talk about how smart they are. He's like, I don't even have a, goddamn high school diploma. He's like, you know what I do? He's like, everybody wants to talk about invent stuff. No, nothing's invented. He's like, I see this idea, I see that idea, and I want to try to put them together and see if it makes sense. And I talk to my math friend, I talk to my physics friend, and I run this by them, and then we try it. And if it works, we keep using it. And if it doesn't work, we get rid of it. Mm. He's like, I'm broken because I constantly am trying to take these experiments, right? And then see if it's applicable to his other people. And, but he's right. Like it's that simple. He said, one of my favorite metaphors was like, if you've got a big, strong athlete who's slow, make him faster, right? If you've got a slow guy who's weak, make him stronger. If you've got a guy who's weak and slow, make him stronger.
Okay.
Because that's the bones, right? Mm-hmm. And then if you have someone who is fast and strong, he's like, man, you got a racehorse, right? Like just keep elevating. And like, it's really like a simple model, right? Like in jiu-jitsu is the same way. Like Alex, we've rolled together, I don't know how many hundreds, thousands of hours at this point. Like I'm a lot stronger than Alex.
A lot stronger.
But he's a lot like more flexible than I am. So like, but that causes me now to try to not be as strong with him because I know I can like be strong on him and I can at least get to a position where I feel successful until he starts being a weasel. Mm-hmm. Right. And he's a good weasel. So like,
I'm a cockroach on the bounce.
you are.
Refuse to die.
Hard to submit. That's about it.
That's a
That
should be your tag.
Can hide anywhere.
Yeah.
Hard to submit.
But it's an interesting way to train, right? Like you said, we're sort of like, all right, I'm playing against the weasel now. Like, can I be Weasley?
Yeah.
Can I like what like
Out weasel.
let's change the game a little
for
bit.
sure.
There's something to be benefited in both directions.
Absolutely.
Right?
Because when I don't go against him and I go against someone who is that way, I at least don't have like a oh shit moment, right? Like, what do I do now? Oh, I've been here before because I've thought about it, right? I've tried it. I guess the key is you find those gaps, right? And you keep working through it.
I like it.
I try to out ultra heavy the ultra heavies every once in a while.
How's that work?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
But I still try. One day.
One
Day I'll be in
Every
ultra
once in a
heavy.
while, you got to try.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. That's the fun part.
Yeah.
How do I do against this big, strong guy? Can I be strong too?
Can I be bigger than a big strong guy?
Yep. Yeah.
You
Or
know
can I
what I'm
use
saying.
my strength on this little person and just dominate them and then
That's the
find
best.
out
It's such a good
Yeah.
feeling.
how it doesn't work?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like that's the other piece. Like I remember, Hoist Gracie came and did a seminar years ago. This was like 2003 and strong at that point in my life, probably the strongest I'd ever been. And I remember him calling me out and being like, come get inside mount. And I get on top and he's like, big, strong guy. He's like,
Yeah.
hold me down. Couldn't. And he's like, let's switch. And he was like fighting at that point, right? He was like 170 and he laid aside and I was like, oh my God, this is the worst feeling I've ever had. Like it was a spear just driving through his body, through my body. He's like, move me. Not a chance. Couldn't move him. Tried everything. I tried benching him. I tried, getting to the hip and trying to at least move a little bit. Like nothing. There was nothing that was happening. And you're just humbled, right? In a great way.
All right, let's review the Movember thing. Let's shout it out. Let's make that easy for our listeners.
Go through that one more time. Let's talk about
November
the
22nd.
when, the why, the how, all of it.
Yep.
Shout it out one more time.
I don't know the dates yet. I will say,
November
I know the date,
22nd.
November 22nd around 10 a.m.
You're going to be there.
I will be.
at like
Well,
8.
For sure he'll be there.
Yeah.
I'm the face. I show up, I smile, and
Yeah,
that's
I
about
like
it.
that.
But it will be live streamed from Capital MMA's YouTube, and there will be a VOD if you can't watch it live.
Yep, for sure. And it's going to have the women's 4 teams, men's 4 teams, ultimate tournament style, where there will be a winner. Then there'll be 3 super fights, mostly all local people. And the cool thing is, like, there's a range of athletes in this too. So there will be people who, they're on the club team at George Mason, I can think of like from the women's division that are white belts just starting off like 8 months to like men's division, Tommy Quasi Quasi's going to be there. So Tommy just fought in the contender series.
Oh, wow.
High level black belt, like really skilled guy and probably one of the nicest human beings on the planet.
Awesome.
So there's like this really cool, like blend of, skill sets and abilities. Gonna have a taco truck, doors open at 10, probably be done around like 2:00 would be my guess. And to come and watch, we want everybody to be there. There's no entrance fee. Whatever you want to donate, it'll be a QR code. We'll be able to take cash if you want. Probably won't be able to make too much change, cause most people, do things electronic now.
Bring 100, you're donating $100.
Thank you for saying that. I didn't want to be the guy who said that,
Yeah.
so I
We'll
appreciate
say
that.
They won't break it for
And
you.
the money
You
goes
better find
towards
someone else.
it
Yeah.
goes towards men's health.
It goes towards Movember.
Okay.
So the Movember Foundation, so it's an international organization, that supports men's health in various capacities. So everything from like prostate cancer to mental health awareness, especially like in our community, like we know mental health awareness is like super important. Cause that's why a lot of people do jiu-jitsu, right? And, like that's also personal to me and I know to a lot of other people. And, so the money goes right there. I don't touch it. The QR code goes right to the Movember account. So it direct.
Are donations up now?
Donations will go up November 1st. So I only open this up from November 1st to the last day in November and that's it. So like the goal is to get as much money in there. The last, 3 years we've been we haven't cracked 7,000.
Okay.
Our goal is to top
that.
7,000. Right now, like right around like $33,000 since 2012
All right.
has been raised. My goal in life is to crack 100,000.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll see where we land, but yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. It's just It's a good community. It's a great community. It's awesome. We have people from all over coming in. We've had people who fought in Bellator compete before. So we've had a pretty wide range, and it's always been a good time. And Beatrice Jin will be helping host too, if you know Beatrice.
Yeah. Cool guy.
Yeah. She'll be co-hosting with us.
Okay.
I just got confirmation from her this morning.
Breaking news.
Breaking
Beatrice is in.
Cheers.
Dude, well, let's hopefully we can help push some of those donations, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Love to do that.
Appreciate it.
And I'll try to get out there. I have a tournament that day that I got to, I think, later in the day.
Yeah.
Try to swing by.
There's a
Copa.
Copa at George Mason. Yeah,
How
we're
far
right
is that
down
from you guys.
Right down 123.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I'll try to pop in
Probably about
a little bit
15,
of
20
and I'd love
minutes.
to stop in and save it out.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
And you guys can, like, my Saturday class, come in anytime.
Dude,
Like,
we'll make it happen.
It's
Thank
always
you. I know you
no
teach-
gi too.
Okay.
Yeah, none of this.
No pajamas, no clothes.
No, clothes are optional. It's no gi.
Yeah.
So
It's
no
the
whatever
traditional Greek way.
Yep.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'll bring the oil.
Alex he already got the oil.
Yeah.
Okay, the oil? Okay, I'll save my oil.
Nice.
I did try.
Save your.
I'll save my own personal.
You have a communal oil.
But yes,
Well,
just like bathe.
I got my purple belt on her Sensei Diddy.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, pallets of it.
That was not a capital.
Yeah.
It's not.
That was up in New York City.
Say Diddy is awesome. Yeah.
You've been waiting to use that.
That
was good. That was good.
That one.
That was
He's
good.
had that one just like
Yeah.
locked and
Here
loaded.
it comes.
Oh, Sensei Diddy. There's gonna be a Diddy reference somewhere in this podcast. Gotta bide my time.
It's awesome. So we'll get that link from you.
Yeah,
and
I'll send it
we'll
to
make
you.
sure we'll push it.
I'll get you the YouTube link as
it's
well.
live.
Yeah, send
Yeah.
out everything. Send us everything.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the time and this opportunity.
Dude,
for
had fun
sure.
talking to you guys too.
Yeah,
For sure.
same
Awesome.
here. Same here.
Where can they? How can they? I mean, you're incognito, so they can't find
Don't
you.
find me. Don't look for me. I
He's
do
actually-
not
He's
exist.
actually not here.
He might not even be at the event. He says
You might not even you know when it is.
He's gonna zoom in to MC.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
a training dummy in my
He's
chair, and I'll be in
actually-
a remote location.
But he still have one from COVID.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a great
COVID dummy.
location.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
where can they find you?
They can find me on Instagram, The Forged Performance. So that's my business. Training, coaching, teaching, nutrition stuff, all that stuff.
I'm gonna plug that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that in the we'll put all of that in the show notes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Together.
Yeah. For sure.
And even if it's not live, we'll try to. If you have what the link's gonna be,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
can
For
put
sure.
all of that in, even if it's not live yet. And then once it is, people can click on.
That's awesome. Totally appreciate it. For sure.
Get some money for Men's Health.
Let's do it, man.
Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Let's do it.
I got one last question here.
Oh,
The name of the podcast has the word coffee in it.
there's no coffee.
We can make.
We
coffee.
have not had any coffee
guys.
during this episode.
So
guys. You think I'm gonna bring you in here and not feed you coffee?
I'm just saying.
coffee's coming.
Don't worry. It's here.
Okay,
here.
all
You
right.
think I'm over here on my phone doing nothing?
I don't know,
I'm
man.
Getting you all
That's-
coffee. I've got coffee at the door right now. I hope.
Wow.
I don't know.
You're supposed to be waiting at the door.
I'm talking some shit.
If you
Let
check
me
under your
tell you.
chairs, there's a coffee.
I want coffee
Yeah.
too. There's coffee. Yeah, check. What's up behind you?
How did you get that coffee in
that
there?
coffee?
You're like a grandpa trick.
You
right?
thought that was water. Pure caffeine, baby.
Yeah.
Coffee. That's
why
why
this couch is shaking right now.
I got your coffee.
Yeah.
And some goodies.
goodies.
Well, thank you.
Some
So
goodies.
did that answer your question?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He was super stressed. I could see the beads of sweat coming down.
He's like,
when are
I thought there was gonna be coffee.
Are we ever gonna have coffee?
Yep. And we had coffee before we came.
Yeah.
too,
Well,
so-
I saved room for more
I
coffee.
got you. I got you, brother.
That's why you only had one.
That's why I agreed to come up with this. I was like, free coffee.
Free coffee.
Hell
Free
yeah.
coffee. Let's do it.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Cool.
Any other remarks?
Yeah, what other questions? Yeah. What other?
Got anything?
For me specifically, no.
All right.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and wrap this then. So that, guys, was, oh my goodness. Hold on.
What'd you do?
That, guys, was Fighters Drinking Coffee. Thank you to Alex and BJ for coming on. Definitely come out and support the Movember Super Fights on the 22nd at Capital MMA in Lorton. And so other than that, the important things, some housekeeping. Let's make sure other important things. That's important too. Go check that out. But
The most important.
other than that, make sure to like, review, follow, subscribe, download those episodes. The reviews are big. Those help us on the charts. That gets us up the algorithm, gets us in front of more eyes, more people. Follow us at Fighters Drinking Coffee on Instagram. You can also follow Scott and I individually.
I'm at Scott Dance BJJ.
And me at Get Sudsy. You can check us out. You can follow what we're doing. We talk a lot about competing. You go see the actual stuff about that. See all the receipts. And otherwise, we still have some. We have the Discord. That's in the show notes. Click on that. Join that. We try to be as active as possible in there. We're working on it. The more people that are in there, the easier that is because more people will be active in there. And then also, we still have some cool things coming down the pipe. So with Cruise Combat, which you can still check out, there's a link that'll get you guys $5 off with that. But we are still, there's going to be some cool merch coming down the line, some fight kits, some no-gi kits, I guess is the better way to put it. But so you guys will be able to rep Fighters Drinking Coffee on the mats very soon. So keep an eye out for that. We'll keep you guys posted. And that was Fighters Drinking Coffee. Bye.
Bye.